Two things Amy Porterfield does and is known for in terms of building a big email list. If you don't know Amy Porterfield, she's been in the industry a long time. She's very well known for teaching how to do webinars, how to do courses, and so forth. A lot of people love Amy. A lot of people use her webinar system. But one of the things she's known for is building a big list. So there's two things, and these are interesting, quite interesting things that she does to build her list and that she's known for. Now, the first one I learned about from one of her students, Tanya Liza. And Tanya does a weekly YouTube video, and she always has, and she creates a new opt-in, a new freebie almost every week. You say, well, that's a lot of work. Well, yeah, sometimes you have to work a lot to make a couple million a year. She has $2 million businesses. So she learned her opt-in method from Amy's podcast. Because what Amy would do on her, or does on her podcast, is every episode she offers a freebie. And high quality freebies, very quality freebies, and she'll change them up, right? So the idea is, or the statement I've heard is, the number of opt-ins you get is directly proportional to the number of freebies you have and the number of pages you have on which people can opt in. HubSpot actually did a study about this and has actual stats that support that statement, right? They studied all of these different companies and they found out that, like, your opt-ins were proportional to your number of pages on which they can opt in, and I believe also to your number of freebies, right? So this is pretty cool info to know. Do more freebies and promote them on podcast, YouTube, social media posts, and so forth. I use a poster that I'm really liking at this point called Post-It Plan. I bought it off of AppSumo special. And the cool thing about it is it'll post to a whole bunch of my social media in one post without having to post to each one separately, which is kind of a beatdown. You know, a lot of programs make you post separately to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to Facebook page, to Facebook group, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, oh, gosh, this is just a beat down, right? Post-it Plan just will send it to all of them all at once. I love that. All right, so step one is have more freebies, create fresh freebies, have quality freebies. And then step two is promote them consistently. Like if you go to Tanya Liza's YouTube channel, you'll see she's always promoting a freebie. If you go to Amy Porterfield's podcast, you will find she's always promoting one of her freebies, right? And the freebies are quality. It's like something that you really want, right? Now, this harks back to what I talked about Alex Hermosi just yesterday or the day before. And in that video, Alex said a little bit later on that, you know, every business that scales is built on an irresistible freebie offer. And so I think having really attractive, irresistible freebies in your business, if you want to build your list, that's just it's a big key. Now, what's interesting is, I guess it was yesterday, I talked about how to sell on social media by offering free reports and free videos. So if you think about this, these two concepts can somewhat be combined. In other words, you can offer a freebie that's a high value freebie. Maybe it has multiple components, but the main PDF or the main video delivers some really great content, some really good solid value, and then makes the offer and then extends the offer. Now, it's your choice whether you make the offer in the freebie or you send them from the freebie to your webinar, video sales letter, or sales page. Traditionally, what's worked is a free report or video that delivers value and then go ahead and transitions right into the pitch. And the reason is because anytime you require people to click again, take another action or something, they don't. It's really hard to get people to take an action, even if it's just a click, right? It's a challenge. And so, law of inertia, deliver the value, and then go ahead and deliver your pitch in the freebie. Now, to be fair, I don't believe Amy and Tanya do that, but it's the same principle. Same principle applies because what they do, and this works fantastic, they offer their freebie, you opt in to get the freebie, and what do you think the next page is? The next page is the thank you page with the sales offer, the sales pitch on it, right? So even though the freebie is just a freebie, the thank you page is the sales offer. So they're making money every time someone goes to download a freebie. So it's just a great method. So I recommend watching Amy Porterfield's podcast to see how she does her freebies, Tanya Liza's YouTube videos to see how she does her freebies. Unlike other people in this business, I reveal my resources, and I don't hesitate to send you over to other people who also have offers that may or may not compete with mine. It's all good. I believe that, there's enough money to go around. There's enough sales to go around. And so I like to send you over to people that I've personally observed or learned from and stuff as a resource. So I think Amy's Porterfield is great. And if you want to hear a tremendous webinar, then listen to Amy's webinar. Two things that she does that you can also do in your freebies is, number one, she gives value like right off the bat. She doesn't go into some long story before she gives value. You're on an Amy Porterfield webinar, within probably 5 or 10 minutes, she's into some of her very best content at the start. And you're like, wow, this is great. That makes you stick and listen through the rest of the webinar and listen. Number two, right off the bat, she's addressing objections. She's hardly opened her mouth before she starts addressing objections. This works in a freebie also. Deliver great value and don't beat around the bush. And in the freebie, you can use it to answer objections as you're delivering great content, right? So I recommend Tanya Liza's YouTube channel. I recommend Amy Porterfield's podcast. I recommend you look and observe how they do freebies. I love how both of them do their freebies and their opt-in page. Amy has a specific style for her opt-in pages. It's a pop-up, and as does Tanya Liza. They use different software in order to do that. But they both have really nice looking opt-in pages, and you will learn a lot from studying them. So if you're an Amy Porterfield fan or a Tanya Liza fan, you know what I'm talking about. If you aren't, then, check out what they're doing and take notes and learn from it, right? Because they're two of the very best at building their email list by doing freebies. If you're not consistently offering freebies, it's a challenge. I'll be honest. I don't offer enough freebies, and it's a challenge to get the opt-in page together and to get it done. One of the things I'm trying to do is maybe even to find a different software that makes it easier to do the freebie opt-in pages. Because what I do now is a little bit time-consuming, right? So anyway, your freebies are really important. They're a great, great, great method to build your list. And in both Tanya Liza and Amy Porterfield, you have two sterling examples of how to use freebies to build your email list. I don't know what Amy's numbers are. I know Tanya's had over 200,000 opt-ins for her freebies. All right, you all have a great day, and I will see